Hello, my name is Angel and today I'll be showing you how I made these chocolate covered strawberry themed nails. I started off by getting my nail stands prepped and picking out what nail sizes I wanted to use. I'm going to link everything I use in the description down below. Everything is from Amazon. Also, this is my first time doing a nail tutorial and I ended up doing a lot of flipping back and forth between what nail designs I'm doing, so please bear with me. Next time I do this, I'll just stick to one nail at a time. After getting all the sizes picked out and on the stand, I went ahead and filed each one. After filing, I went ahead and took out my base coat and just painted that on each nail. Then I put that into my UV light and let it cure for about a minute. While it was curing, I went ahead and grabbed my colors. This is the set that I use, that's also from Amazon. It comes with all of these colors. So I needed a baby pink, so I grabbed the lightest pink I had and a white so I could mix them. I also need some bright red, so I grabbed these two. For my chocolate color, I ended up having to mix my own, so I used these two shades of brown, the red, and some black. For the strawberry seeds, I grabbed this pastel yellow. I also grabbed some rhinestone glue for the 3D aspects on the nails. And for tools, I used this liner brush, this like oval ballpoint, and this flat brush. Finally getting to the nails, I started with the thumbnail and grabbed my rhinestone glue. Using the glue, I'm going to make just random dots and circles around the nail to kind of create that like nut chocolate texture. And you can totally skip this if you don't want that texture. I just kind of wanted that bumpy feeling as though it was like a nut chocolate, like those fancy gold ones. After that one, I went ahead and grabbed the middle finger and proceeded to do the same thing. Now I'm going to cure those two in the UV lamp, and while those are curing, I'm going to switch over and mix my chocolate color. It took me a while to get the perfect color, but I just switched between mixing these two shades of brown, a shade of gray, a shade of black, and some red until I got the perfect dark chocolatey color. Now taking the nails back out, I'm going to take the thumb and the middle finger and go ahead and paint my chocolate color on them. So by the end of this, the thumb and the middle fingernail are going to be pink, but I added the chocolate color in between to create a little bit of depth. I'm not sure if it actually helps, so you can totally skip this step and just go straight to making them pink if you want, but this is what I did. While those two were curing, I grabbed the ring finger and painted that one with the chocolate color. Then I went ahead and let that one cure, and it's going to take a couple coats for it to get that really deep chocolatey color. And then I pulled the thumb and the middle finger out and put another coat of chocolate on those two. Then pulling out the ring finger again, I'm doing another coat of the chocolate. Now for the pointer finger and the pinky finger, I'm going to grab this bright red and paint that on. Then pulling out the ring finger for the third time, I'm going to put another coat on. Now back to the thumb and the middle finger, it's time to mix up my pink color. I take the lightest pink shade that I have and some white, and just go ahead and keep mixing that until it's perfect. Once I had the perfect shade, I went ahead and started painting that on the thumb and the middle finger now. This is also going to take a couple layers. Next, I'm grabbing my ring finger to start on the design. For this design, it's going to be like a heart-shaped chocolate drizzle. So I take my rhinestone glue and my liner brush and start trying to create my heart design. So I start by creating a heart by the end of the nail. And then for the next heart, I do it attached to this heart underneath it, and then one more heart underneath that. I'll show you here while I'm working on it. So after that first heart, then I use the bottom of it to create that like center of the next heart. And it's supposed to look like a chocolate drizzle in a heart shape, if that makes sense. I also tried my best to get the center of the heart to be a good point, so it looks like a heart and not just like a blob. It does still kind of look blobby and messy, but I think that works because it's not supposed to be perfect. It's a chocolate drizzle. So after that one cured, then I grabbed out the thumb again and did another layer of pink, and I did that to the middle finger as well. Then again, grabbing my ring fingernail, I am going to go over those heart designs I made, just to make them a little thicker and more 3D. Now finally, I'm going to start on these strawberries. So taking my pointer finger and my pastel yellow color, I'm going to start dotting on these seeds. Sorry it's blurry, my camera did not want to focus, so I'm just going to keep this section a little slower so you can try and mimic the pattern that I'm doing. But yeah, I'm just doing these simple little oval-like dots for the seeds in this pattern all the way down the nail. And I do this for the pinky finger as well. Also, I'm using my oval-shaped dotting tool. You could use a round dotting tool, it doesn't really matter. It's just my oval one was a little bit smaller. And while those two are curing, I took out the thumb and the middle finger and did another layer. Finally, the last layer. I know that was a lot. You totally don't have to do as many layers as I did, just make sure you get it opaque. Now taking the ring finger out, I'm going to put a coat of the chocolate color all over the design. Next, I take out the ring finger nail, and now I'm going to create the strawberry texture, if that makes sense. So taking my liner brush and some rhinestone glue, I'm going to make some thick lines in between the seeds, like this. Then I flip the nail a little bit and start making lines on the other side. And you can see it kind of creates this diamond shape around each of the seeds. And I tried to keep the rhinestone glue really thick to create that texture. Lastly, I'm just taking my brush and going around that diamond shape and softening it up a little bit. And then I let that cure, and I do the same thing to the pinky nail.
Mary Jane, please love me. Mary Jane, please hurt me. Mary Jane, please hate me. Mary Jane, please.
Now taking out the thumbnail again, we are finally going to get to the design. I'm just taking my liner brush and the chocolate color and creating this sort of abstract chocolate drizzle all over the nail. And you can do this however you want, but I went ahead and tried to make the lines pretty thick because I feel like that looks better than thin lines for a drizzle. Now taking the pointer finger nail, I grabbed my liner brush and started painting on a chocolate coating at the bottom of the nail at an angle. And remember, this is supposed to look like a strawberry dipped in chocolate, so that's why I made it sort of more angular so it's not so perfect. Then grabbing the middle finger, this one is not going to look like the thumb. This one's now going to have a white drizzle just at the bottom. So I grabbed my white paint and proceeded to do that with my liner brush. For this design, I tried to keep the drizzle just at the bottom half of the nail, trying not to go too high. The final thing we're going to do for this nail is we're going to add a chocolate heart, but we'll do that later. Grabbing the pointer finger again, I'm going to put a drizzle on top of the chocolate we just put on, and I'm doing that with the pink color and my liner brush. Now grabbing the pinky finger, I'm going to do that same chocolate dipped design that I did on the pointer finger, but this time with the pink chocolate instead of the brown chocolate. Grabbing the middle finger again, I'm now going to make a little brown chocolate heart right here, and I used a combination of my liner brush and my oval little dotting tool. Then grabbing the pinky finger again, I just did another coat of that pink polish. Now switching back to the middle finger again, I just did another coat of chocolate on top of that heart and tried to make it look more and more like a heart. And then back to the pinky finger. I'm sorry, I know this is a lot of switching back and forth, but for the pinky finger, now I'm going to take my liner brush and some white polish and create a little chocolate drizzle with the white polish. Finally done with all the designs, the last thing to do is put on some top coat. So I'm going to use this clear gloss top coat and this matte top coat. Using the gloss top coat, I'm going to start with the pointer finger and the pinky finger, and then cure those. Then for the last three nails, I'm going to use the matte top coat.
I'm just
Then taking the pointer finger and the pinky finger, I'm going to use that matte top coat again, but only on the chocolate portion. I'm going to keep the strawberry portion shiny. Then taking the ring finger, I did a gloss top coat on just the heart. I originally was just going to leave this one fully matte, but I thought doing a gloss on just the drizzle would help it pop more. And finally, I am all done. This is what the finished products look like. I really enjoyed making these, and I hope to do more nail tutorials in the future. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'll try to link everything I used in the description box down below. And thank you for watching.
I'm spending all my thoughts on you like I need you now.